Okay, next video. So, after 6 days of sandblasting, oh my God, in 90-degree weather and 95% humidity, dealing with my sandblaster getting clogged every 10 minutes, I'm finally done sandblasting the tub. And all in all, not many new surprises. All in all, a pretty good car to start with. However, I did find some pinholes in this rocker here, and I've made the decision to go ahead and replace that rocker because the other rocker on the other side has crash damage that they just filled in with a ½ inch of Bondo. The guys that painted this car were so happy to have Bondo that they went nuts with it. I can't tell you how much Bondo I've taken out for just a little dent. So I'll be pulling the dents out and trying to get it as smooth as possible with as little Bondo as possible. There's also a couple little pinholes here. I imagine I'll be cutting that out and replacing that. I don't want to have any Bondo filling holes. All in all, everything's pretty good on the car as far as rust goes. Nothing new as far as no surprises. It cleaned up very well. I am going to be making new flanges for the back trunk panel here to hold the floor in. I already knew I was doing that on both sides and both bulkheads in the front. There was a little accident damage, a little dent here, back where the license plate light attaches. No rust except a little pitting inside the trunk area, a little pitting up inside the rear deck area, but as clean a car as I could possibly ask for. You know, there's damage to the car. Here was that damage that I pointed out earlier, and it's a little dent, but it needs to be addressed, and they just filled it with Bondo. So it's got a little damage here, and then it pushed it out here for the fender. So we'll dolly that around and get that straightened away. There's where the accident damage was. All right, so there is some accident damage here. Instead of pulling it out, they just slapped a ½ inch of Bondo in here. I guess, you know, there was guys that did that, but gosh, that's really a poor way to do body work. I did find one thing that I wasn't expecting. I knew there was damage here because it was all crumpled and they had Bondo in here. Turns out that they cut this inner fender well off and then lap jointed it, welded it back together. Completely inappropriate for any guy, for any body man to do something like that. So I'm gonna take this inner fender well off, and over here I have a donor car. I'm gonna pull the inner fender well off of that one because it's in very good condition. Also, I'm gonna be taking off 2 of the body mounts off of that car and putting them on this car because with the welding that was done to the body mounts where the floor pans are, kind of messed them up pretty good. So I'm gonna replace that. So that's it. All in all, good news.
What are you doing next to it?
Hammer and dolly work and metal work coming up. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot to mention, I sprayed the whole car down with Ospho. I understand it's the best thing to prevent rust. Not a sponsor yet.